If you have a 0 to a tiny little audience and you want to know how to engage your audience so they can love you like crazy, guess what? This video is just for you because this week it's all about the love. Because so many small business owners have this big problem about growing their audience, especially from 0 to a bigger number. And I want to show you how you can do that. You've got to do the work. How you doing? My name is Matty. Welcome to my channel. So what you need to know about your audience, that is all about the connection. How you show up is really what it's all about. You've got to show up with everything you've got. So let's change our perspective. Instead of showing up for the numbers, for the views, for the subscribers, I want you to start showing up as you would show up to an audience of 1, as though you were showing up to an audience of 1,000. I know you're an introvert and you might be a shy person, but let me explain. When you start to show up as though you were serving that specific audience, as though you were reaching that one person but speaking to a major audience, it has a bigger impact, because in your mind and in your psyche, you are building yourself to really show up the way you should be showing up. And that's really what it's all about. Number 2, woo your audience. Make them fall in love with you. You convince them. You need to show them why they should watch you. Why should they be clicking on your channel? Why should they be showing up to your virtual events? Why should they attend your conference? The art is really connecting with them in a human way. Inspire them to be with you. How do we know which audience to inspire? I always say there are 2 audiences that we need to work on: the internal audience and the external audience. Who is that? So the external audience is all the people that are currently watching your video, all the people that are currently showing up to your conference, all the people that are currently showing up to your events. Now your audience might be on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on whichever platform that holds a video, but whatever platform it is, they are there already. Now you might be saying to me, but Matty, I only have like 2 or 3 people showing up to my audience. That's not really a major audience, is it? It's still an audience. Now you have those people who are currently watching, those people that you can see, but there's also those people that you don't see, the secret watchers. Secret watchers? How you doing? You know what I'm talking about. Those people that are still trying to get to know you. It's like a relationship. You get to know someone, you exchange numbers, you kind of go through that wooing period. You want to get to that level when they trust you, because they need to like you, trust you, and follow you. And in order to do that, it takes a certain amount of time. That is why you must not forget your secret and silent audience, because they will become your visible audience. The second audience you need to convince is you. Matty, you're kidding. You are the audience that you need to convince. A lot of the times when you're speaking on camera for the first time, you come across with that feeling of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can only be dealt with when you start to convince yourself. The only way to convince yourself is to show up as though you were showing up for someone else. You have to believe in yourself and what you can deliver. You have to bring your best self every time you show up, no matter how scary, how uncomfortable, how much you doubt yourself. That's how much you have to convince yourself. Because once you convince yourself, you can convince anyone else. What did they say? If you don't love yourself, how else are other people gonna love you? The 4th thing you've got to do to get connected to your audience, you gotta ask them questions. You gotta know who they are. You know what I mean? What kind of color do you like? What do you not like? What are you afraid of? What makes you feel uncomfortable? What do you really want? What are those things that you really want? What are your dreams, your ambitions? Talk to them about those things. Ask them what their problems are. And that's the best way for you to understand your audience. A great way for you to get that kind of information is on and off of YouTube. Doing surveys, if you're in a Facebook group or in any kind of group, or online, ask people questions. On stories, do a survey, do a poll. When people like your videos, go back and ask them. When people leave comments, go back and ask them, DM them, talk to them, ask them questions. Keep asking, do you like this? Would you rather this? And the more you get those feedback, the more you're going to start to understand the specific subject that your client is struggling with, and then you will start to understand that you can speak the language that your client understand better and more fluently. Let's not forget, we've done all of this work. Let's book a date. You and me, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Real Talk Tuesday. That's what it's about. Book a date, schedule a time, let them know I'm gonna be showing up here, 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 here. You need to be there. Now they know you. Now they've seen you. Now they like you. They're gonna show up because you have faith in them, because they know you now. You've got to believe that wherever you are, they'll show up. Remember who they are by names, by age, by features. Remember something different, specific about them. Showing up just gives them that sense of consistency, and consistency is key to growth for any kind of audience. You with me? Yes. Say yes in the comments if you're with me. Finally, come closer. Seriously, come closer. This is really important. Please, 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 please don't ghost them. Do not ghost your audience. Do not show up this week and next week you don't show up. Do not say you're going to show up at this time and then you don't show up. Not give them an explanation. Not tell them why. Because once someone is interested in you, and we all know what that feeling is. We've all been ghosted at one point in our lives, right? That is not a nice feeling. So when you're not showing up and you're not giving them an explanation, a reason why you're not showing up, and then you show up like 6 months later and say, hey, I'm back. It's not gonna encourage them to show up for you because they believe in you. Believe me, your audience has your back. Your audience is your biggest and your baddest cheerleader. You've got to get them on your side. I would love to know, what did you learn from this video? Are you a ghoster? Have you started wooing your audience? Are you connecting with them? Do you know what their problems are? Or do you not know? Let me know in the comment below. I always love to know what is it that you guys are struggling with and how else I can help you. As a speaking and confidence coach, I help a lot of shy and introverted leaders as well as overthinkers to get out of their comfort zone and really learn to speak on stage and on camera. So if you have any other questions that you really want to ask me, maybe you need help with how to build your confidence on camera, maybe you need help with how to get over your camera anxiety or your speaking anxiety, then what you need to do is you need to get in touch with me. There is a link below where you can actually come and talk to me on a one-to-one, and I can help you to identify and pinpoint you in the right direction. It's something I can't do here on camera, but it's definitely something I can do right here when you connect. Let's book a date. Happy Valentine's, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.